Can the credit bureaus blacklist you for using AI credit repair? No, they cannot. End of the live. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So the scammer's telling everybody that if you use AI credit repair, they're going to blacklist you. So basically, he's saying don't use Dispute Beast and don't use his services. And I don't think he's even realizing that he's telling you not to use his services. But the credit bureaus absolutely cannot blacklist you for using AI credit repair. 100% lie. They cannot blacklist you for using AI credit repair. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the live chat. I think it's hilarious that I even have to go live and talk about this, but I don't want nobody to fall for this. And honestly, as bad as Dispute Beast is, you got a much better chance at getting your credit fixed using Dispute Beast than you do Pinnacle Credit Repair. I can promise you that as well. I can confidently promise you that. Let's see, start a poll. The All right, I got a poll for y'all, so if y'all will vote, just curious. And if you do think that they can blacklist you, please put in the comments why. I would love to see somebody explain why they think you can get blacklisted. Now, you can send too many disputes and they can come back as frivolous and they can ignore it because you've sent too many disputes, but they cannot blacklist you, despite what scammers want you to think. Obviously, they're just telling you this because they want you to use their services. But the funny thing is, you want people to believe that AI credit repair sucks. Now you want them to believe it gets blacklisted. Yet all over your website, you're claiming you have the best AI credit repair there is. This ACAT that doesn't even exist. I just don't want y'all to fall for it. I'm not here to convince you to sign up for my services or anything like. I don't care. You have a better shot at fixing your credit yourself than going to one of these scammers. I can tell you that because they're just going to take your money and run. Your money, though. Sorry, I haven't been going live much, y'all. I've just been slammed, like literally slammed. We're working on a do-it-yourself credit repair system. It's either going to be 35 or 40 bucks a month for the credit monitoring. You just order the credit monitoring and then you plug it into the software. Obviously, put your personal information, upload the required documents, click a few buttons, and it's going to generate disputes for you. And it is not like Dispute Beast. It does not use Metro 2. But even if it did use Metro 2, you're not going to get flagged. You don't get flagged using Dispute Beast or anything like that. If you send too many letters in a 30-day time frame, it can come back as frivolous, and then obviously they can ignore it then because you already sent in a dispute. You have to give them time to do the investigation. Even if they don't do it correctly, you still have to give them 30 days once they receive the disputes to give you an answer and before you send in a new round of disputes. There's a few of these to finish while I'm here. Again, if y'all have any questions, please leave them in the live chat. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that y'all might have about credit repair or about being blacklisted. But I promise you 100% you're not going to get blacklisted for using AI credit repair. Do I recommend AI credit repair? Absolutely not. But at least if you do try to use something like Dispute Beast, you're only wasting $50 a month versus paying thousands of dollars to a scammer who's not going to do absolutely anything. I guess I could share this live. If y'all will hit the like button, share this live everywhere that you can, it would be greatly appreciated. I always forget to share the live. But yes, you have nothing to worry about if you're using software. I'm not going to say you're going to get the best results, probably mediocre at best, but they can't legally flag your account just because you're using AI. That's it's really hilarious, honestly. But of course, some people don't know any better. So I get it. But it's just to scare you, honestly. It's literally just to scare you so you'll sign up for their services. But I can promise you, you'll get better results using AI credit repair or even Dispute Beast than one of these scammers. But as I always tell you, it's your money. Spend it how you want to. I ain't mad at you one bit. Sorry, I'm just sharing the live, trying to get the numbers up. I know it's Sunday, but this is really about the only time I could go live is today. I highly doubt I'll be able to go live much this week. We're just extremely busy and just don't have time. So, how many people? Let me see how many people have voted. Just one person voted. Well, at least they voted no. And I am working on certified letters for a new credit repair company that signed up for our mailing services. But I'm just curious, is anybody on this live that would be interested in do it yourself credit repair software where you literally put the entire credit repair process into your own hands? You get to do all the disputing yourself, print the letters, mail the letters. I do recommend mailing your letters certified mail. Um, I'm trying to get the pricing down on Smart Credit, just so y'all can save money. You're not going to spend $50 like you would with Dispute Beast, and it's also not going to create Metro 2 letters. It's going to create factual dispute letters. Again, if y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. But I promise you, if you're using AI credit repair, any kind of do-it-yourself credit repair software, the credit bureaus cannot blacklist you, despite what everybody's favorite scammer is telling everybody. Legally, they cannot blacklist you. They can send back that the dispute is frivolous. I like what you are doing for me currently. Thank you. I appreciate that. Obviously, I'm not sure who this is because of the screen name, and you don't have to respond with your name, but I'm glad that you like our services currently. But yes, they cannot blacklist you just because you're using AI credit repair. Now let's just think about it like this. Okay. So everybody's favorite scammer, Pinnacle Credit Repair, is the one that's telling consumers that you're being blacklisted for using AI credit repair. But on his website, he claims he uses AI for credit repair. So tell me how that makes a lick of sense. Hopefully somebody can tell me, because I'm coming up with nothing, except for he's trying to scare people and convince them to sign up for his credit repair scam. Hopefully nobody falls for it, but hey, eventually somebody's going to fall for the scam. He knows how to talk to consumers. He knows how to tell them what they want to hear, which is something we don't do here. We're not here in the credit repair space to tell you what you want to hear. We are here to tell you the truth and the facts about how this works. Again, if y'all have any questions, please leave them in the live chat. I am just doing some letters for a new credit repair company that just partnered with our mailing services. Also, if y'all don't mind, vote. Looks like 3 people voted so far, and everybody has said no. That's awesome. Look, consumers who don't have much education about credit repair know more than a scammer that's been scamming consumers for 13 years and wants to scare you and make you think that using AI credit repair is somehow going to. Now, if y'all want me to play the man's video, I'll pull his video up in the background and let y'all watch it. It's 5 or 10 minutes long, but he talks. He likes to talk about a certain group of people. I'll just leave it at that. But if y'all want to see it, I will pull it up on the screen for y'all to watch it. But I can promise you, you are not going to get flagged. You're not going to get blacklisted. The only thing that can potentially happen is your dispute can come back as frivolous because you're sending disputes in too soon without giving them time to finish their investigation. So I would agree that Dispute Beast is a waste of time. Does it work? Yes, it does. Is it very effective? Absolutely not. Are you going to get blacklisted for using it because it uses AI? No, the credit bureaus cannot blacklist you. Well, but let me tell you this, you got a better chance at fixing your credit using Dispute Beast than hiring one of these scammers who are just going to take your money and run, treat you like crap. So they have 30 days from the day that they receive the letter. So what we do in our standard credit repair is we mail off letters, certified mail, CFPB complaints. Then we wait 35 days before we refresh the report and send in a new round of disputes. If we've got a response, obviously the new round of disputes will be based on the new response. If not, then we're just going to send a reinvestigation letter and say, hey, you verified this stuff is accurate. How did you verify this is accurate? Because you literally fixed nothing on this account. Life with Me by Lisa. Hello, not sure who this is, but hope you're doing well. And if this is somebody I know, again, I apologize. I don't know a lot of people by their screen names. Apache Breed's probably the only one that I know exactly who I'm talking to. And I'm not ignoring y'all. I am literally doing some letters for another credit repair company. I do certified mailing for about 10 different companies currently. Your new client from Kentucky. You signed up yesterday, I believe. I'm not going to say your name. You signed up yesterday or the day before. We had about an hour phone call yesterday. And I think I'm right. I don't have the best memory, but I do think that I'm correct on that. And now I know who I'm talking to. SG. Okay, now I know who that is too. Yes, I got it right. Like I said, I'll be honest. I forget. For somebody that's only 41 years old, I forget a lot of stuff. But yes, I do remember you signing up. In fact, I think you were right at the end of our call. You were just getting to work. Anthony, I'll say your name. I'm not going to say your last name, but I do know who you are, S Big now. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I just honestly have not had time to go live. I've just been swamped with new signups. So I apologize for not going live, letting y'all ask me questions, but there's only so much time in a day. Kentucky, Patriot State of great whiskey and shooting stuff. Has anybody else that's on this live ever heard anybody else other than a scammer say that your dispute letters are being blacklisted because you're using AI or using some sort of do-it-yourself credit repair? I would love to hear somebody say yes and give me a really good explanation, because that would be news to me and everybody else. And as far as our services go, we do currently offer two different services. That is the standard credit repair with CFPB complaints, and then the pre-litigation um, life. Let's see, Life with Me by Lisa. I actually just signed up for the pre-litigation credit repair. I can tell you now, nothing beats pre-litigation credit repair, having attorneys do the disputing, and then obviously at the end of this, they're going to litigate anything that's left on your credit and force the credit bureaus and creditors to do their job. Never. That was first for me when hearing that today from Andrea. Yeah. So, sorry, I was just making sure y'all couldn't see these. Scammers like to scare consumers and convince them that we're the only way you can get your credit fixed. So people like that want you to think that you're wasting your time with AI credit repair. You're wasting yourself with do it yourself. And I would agree to an extent. The Dispute Beast, if enough people use it, it's going to work. Listen, I literally had a conversation with somebody that works for Equifax, and he said people will literally send in disputes on a paper towel. And yes, as long as they send the right information, they do have to investigate. So something is always going to work eventually. If enough people are sending in, something's going to stick. Usually it's something minor that gets deleted on round one. Not always. Sometimes I've seen 20, 30, $50,000 charge-offs get removed on round one, but typically it's lower amount collections that get deleted on round one. But I would rather see you guys try Dispute Beast. I would highly recommend Dispute Beast over Pinnacle Credit Repair, over Ask Kristen, over the Credit Plug. At least it's being done the legal way. There's nothing illegal about these credit repair softwares. But why would you pay somebody that's not even in business thousands of dollars? They can't even pay their taxes. You're paying them all this money and they can't even pay their taxes. Like, make it make sense. Maybe that I'm just crazy for how I think, but I wouldn't trust that sort of person. Remember, if y'all have any questions, please leave them in the live chat. I am going to do my best to go live some this week. I can't promise y'all nothing. I know tomorrow is going to be a crazy day. That's literally why I'm in here working now. Plus, I've got a basketball game tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We are currently in second place. If we win Thursday and the number one team loses, then we'll be number one and they'll be number two. So that's what I'm hoping for. Especially if they ask you to create a false email and false identity theft claim. Absolutely. So since they're sending your information to India, we'll say Tammy, for example, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, I quit playing ball for 6 years and it's taken me a lot to get back into it. But I had a lot of fun. Thursday, played really, really good. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, so They'll send your information to what's called a VA or a virtual assistant, and they're actually doing the credit repair for you for $5 to $8. And they're filing false identity theft claims to the FTC, and sometimes they're even filing police reports. And the kicker is they'll even ask the consumer to mail the identity theft claim to the credit bureaus. Or, I'm sorry, credit reporting agencies. I forgot there's no such thing as credit bureaus, according to people on TikTok. You can call them credit bureaus, you can call them credit reporting agencies. It's the same exact thing, I promise you. But yes, when it comes to being flagged or blacklisted, the credit bureaus cannot legally blacklist you. They cannot legally ignore your disputes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, I've had my disputes ignored before. Doesn't mean it was done legally. I mean, they break the law every single day. The credit bureaus and the debt collectors, they all break the law every single day, especially when it comes to disputing inaccurate information on your credit report. He claimed today that his competitors do that. Shocking. Well, Apache Bree, we all already know if he says something, the opposite is 100% true, because he's been scamming people for, he's been saying he's been in credit repair for 13 years for the past 4 years. So I don't know how that math works. Maybe he's still doing Vietnam math. I don't know, because he was over there hiding for so long. I really don't know, but um, we've all seen the YouTube community post where he sends a screenshot, because he's very, very smart, really high IQ, according to himself, telling his client to send the FTC. Oh, I'm sorry. No, his client said that the bureaus claimed that his FTC report was not valid. So he asked his client to mail in an FTC report. So you're paying a credit repair company, a so-called credit repair company, thousands of dollars to assist you in committing fraud. That is just mind-blowing to me. But I don't consider him a competitor. I don't consider the Credit Plug a competitor. I don't consider Ash Kristen a competitor, because people that do credit sweeps are not credit repair experts. They're criminals. They are criminals. Facts equals truth equals results equals credit repair by everything credit. Yes, we do everything by the book. We're not going to say this item's not mine. I have no knowledge, or somebody stole my identity, or I need this removed due to the data breach, or they're buying and selling my personal information for monetary gain without my written consent, which is the true definition of identity theft. No, that's not coming from me. That's coming from scammers on TikTok. So far, 5 people have voted no, that they don't think that you get blacklisted by the credit bureaus. So we have 5 smart people that have come in here. And no, I'm not calling everybody else dumb. I'm just saying everybody that has voted correctly, because they cannot legally blacklist you for sending in disputes via AI. Like I said, I literally had a conversation yesterday with somebody that works for Equifax, and he said people will literally send in disputes on a paper towel. All you got to do when you're sending in disputes yourself is make sure with the dispute letter that you have a copy of your driver's license, a recent utility bill that's less than 30 days old, and if you want to put the icing on the cake, send them a picture of your social security card. Those 3 things and a legit dispute, you're going to get a response. Now, you may not get the response you want. You may get an automated response. In fact, they may fix half of what you disputed, but they still didn't do their job. If they didn't fix everything that's inaccurate and incomplete that you put in that dispute letter, they are not doing their job unless they fix every single thing that you requested in that dispute letter. And that's what makes a very long, detailed dispute letter so strong in court, is because if there's 30 different things that are inaccurate on that credit report, I mean, all 30 of those inaccuracies and completenesses need to be in that dispute letter, because the chances of them fixing all 30 things on that account are slim to none. In fact, I've never seen them fix everything on an account that was inaccurate and incomplete. Also, my Calendly link is in the top of the live chat. If you want to set up a free 15-minute call with me, you can ask me any questions that you want. No, we will not be doing a consultation. We are not allowed to do consultations with consumers until they sign up for our services. However, we are allowed to get on the phone and answer any questions that you might have about our services. Small world, absolutely. But yes, y'all, please don't get scared about what these scammers are telling you. You're not going to get blacklisted. And again, if you're thinking about, okay, so if your decision is going to be, do I go with Dispute Beast or do I go with Pinnacle Credit Repair? I would rather you pay $49.99 a month for Dispute Beast than pay thousands of dollars to somebody who's absolutely not going to fix. There's a chance, there's a 50-50 chance with Dispute Beast your credit gets fixed. There's a 0% chance your credit gets fixed with Pinnacle. So let's say it takes you a year of using Dispute Beast. It's going to cost you a little less than $600. Or you can pay this crackhead $6,000 and nothing's going to get fixed. Nothing. And if it does, it's going to come right back on your report, because when you send in those FTC reports and file those false police reports like they do, it always comes back. Always comes back. So I'm not just here to help you guys fix your credit through our credit repair services. I'm also here to warn you about scammers and how these scammers can scare you into thinking that you're going to get blacklisted by the credit bureaus, which it's so hard not to just laugh. I mean, it's laughable. You are not going to get blacklisted. If you want to use Dispute Beast, be my guest. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. But we are working on a do-it-yourself credit repair software that is similar to Dispute Beast, but it does not use Metro 2 because Metro 2 is very weak and you're going to get mediocre results at best. Like a small sale for Pinnacle soon. Yes. Yes. If anybody on this live, thank you, Apache, for reminding me. If anybody on this live has been scammed by Pinnacle Credit Repair, you need to reach out to me ASAP. If you are a current client of his, you need to cancel his services and reach out to me immediately. I have something extremely special for anybody that has been scammed by him or is currently working with him. And I'm telling you, it's 1,000 times better than what he can offer you. We're talking money in your pocket, free money in your pocket, and a very good chance of getting your credit fixed the right way and the legal way. You will have a little bit of homework, and there will be certain things that you have to do for us to do what we're going to do. But we would absolutely love to help any of you. Also, if you've been scammed by Ash Kristen, same thing. You need to reach out to me immediately. If you're working with her, reach out to me immediately. Same with the credit plug. If he's already scammed you, reach out to me. If you're currently working with them, reach out to me. Trust me. We're going to do everything in our powers to get your money back. On top of that, get money back from suing the credit bureaus and creditors for violations. And as far as how these scammers charge, why do you think they dog monthly services and praise one-time fees? They praise one-time fees because that's the only way they can scam you. If you're in a monthly subscription, they're never going to get all the money they want to get out of it. Let's just say you pay $500 over 3 months and then you're like, oh, I got scammed. I'm not going to pay you no more. versus somebody that pays them $5,000 up front. You're never going to get that $5,000 back. I promise you. Never heard of either of them. Thank God, been scammed, but not by them. Yes. So there's way more scammers out there than them. They're just the main ones that I talk about on here. Well, the main one's Pinnacle Credit Repair, but that one's kind of personal. And if you know, you know. But there's many people who have been scammed by Pinnacle Credit Repair, and then they come to me. They come to the good side, and we're able to help them. I will probably only stay on here for a couple more minutes. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. Found you on YouTube. Yes, Anthony. Let's see here. And I don't know why I'm logging in on that computer. I can literally log in right here on the iMac. You reminded me of something. I think you were in the standard credit repair, if I remember right. I could be wrong. Yes, you are in the standard credit repair. Yes. So another thing I can tell you guys, anybody that signs up for the standard credit repair with CFPB complaints and certified mailing, we can only bill you for 6 months. After the 6 months is up, you have two options. One, cancel services, and you're done. Two, we can switch you to the litigation credit repair with the attorneys, and we're going to send them all the disputes that we've already sent for 6 months, any responses that have been mailed to you by the bureaus or creditors, and get those annual reports as well as Innovis. And there is no extra fee for switching to the litigation. So you can quit where you're at, or you can switch to the best credit repair on earth for free after doing 6 rounds of the standard credit repair. Because when you're doing the standard credit repair or even trying to fix credit yourself, there's going to be a point where you're just spinning your wheels and they're just not going to do their job and fix these errors. I saw so many people on TikTok selling credit repair, so many scams. Yes, TikTok is, I believe TikTok's bigger than YouTube. And I'm gonna see if I can get one pulled up for y'all and just show y'all. You've already seen this lady before, but show y'all what consumers fall for. Let me see, what's it called? I forgot the lady's name now. Well, you can type in credit repair sweeps and it's probably gonna pull up. Food around where you live. Let's see. Up. Let's share one with y'all, shall we? Let me just show y'all what people fall for. And it literally says before the new year, the legal 4-day sweep. This is just mind blowing. See if I can get it to play.
So you want to fix your credit in 4 business days, but you don't want to do no illegal shit.
Notice she said you don't want to do no illegal SHIT, but watch how she shows you how to do some illegal SHIT.
Come here, cuz. I got you. First things first, let's understand how Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian are not credit bureaus. They are credit reporting agencies. Regular for-profit companies who are buying, selling, and trading your personal information for monetary gain without your consent. Cousin, that's the legal definition of identity theft. You cannot.
The legal definition of identity theft. So before you fall for scammers like this, who they just teach it, they sell a school.com program because they feel like they can't get in trouble for teaching you how to commit fraud. When you sign up for that Discover card, that Citibank card, that car loan through Kia, you gave them all the written permission they need to share that information. But let's just finish, shall we?
buy, sell, or trade someone's personal information for monetary gain without their consent.
Key word there, without their consent. You've already given them consent when you signed up for those accounts. But again, let's continue.
Yet, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian do it every day and have become massive multi-billion-dollar companies by doing exactly that. So, now that we understand that we were victims of identity theft at the hands of the credit reporting agencies, we can leverage this law right here.
And she's right. If you send a dispute letter with this law, they're supposed to block the information due to identity theft within 4 days. But you're not a victim of identity theft if you signed up for those accounts.
15 USC 1681 C-2 that mandates for them to block or delete the information if they cannot verify it. But we know they're never legally verifying anything. We know that they sent the account information to the data furnisher to verify, which is their business partner. That's unlawful.
Where else are they going to? So if you send in a dispute about Discover claiming identity theft, where else is the bureau's going to go to verify this information other than Discover? Surely they're not going to go to Citibank and say, hey, we got somebody disputing a Discover card, but we need you to, because it's not fair to reach out to Discover because Discover is going to have all that information.
Because the law says that the investigation has to be fair and equitable. And what's fair about them sending some shit to their business partner to verify?
Again, that's where they have to send it to.
They speak to on your behalf. Okay, so that's first things first. We understand that they're never legally doing a proper verification per the FCRA. So that leaves them one other option, which is to block and delete the information within 4 business days. But if you want them to comply with the FCRA and block and delete that information in 4 business days, you have to be in compliance as well. So some documents that you need to submit, but don't worry about it. I got you. You have to submit letters disputing every account that you want deleted with the account name and the account number. Mm-hmm. Then you want to submit a copy of your ID, driver's license, social security card, and your proof of address. You also have
victim mentality. So done with these people. If you signed up for credit, you signed up. I agree 100%. And this is everybody. This is not a certain group of people. This is, I don't know where anybody comes up with this information and thinks it's actually legal and legit and going to tell you that this is the definition of identity theft. It just blows my mind. But the other thing that blows my mind is there's almost 800 comments. That means potentially 800 people could be getting scammed just by watching this lady's information. But let's continue.
Submit a copy of your identity theft report. If you don't know how to do that, don't worry about it, cuz join our community. I give you screenshots, step-by-step instructions on how to do that properly.
She literally gives you step-by-step instructions on how to commit fraud. I've seen her do it live on TikTok.
Okay? Because it is required for you to get 4-day results. But if you know how already, you're going to take the identity theft report, your supporting documents, and your dispute letters right on over here to the CFPB portal. Now, for those who don't know about the CFPB is the only credit bureau in America. The big dogs, they run this shit. Cousin, you don't even have to leave your house or pay for the certified postage and wait for the little green slip to be returned. Do this from your home. The CFPB is going to electronically submit the information over to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian for you. Once you receive that email from the CFPB notifying you that the company has received your complaint, that's when the time starts to tick. And per 15 USC 1681 C-2, they have 4 business days, not 15, not 30. Never do they ever get 60.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Anthony. They get paid from TikTok, but the sad part is she really believes that we're all just victims of identity theft. But if we are, why are they not teaching you to do this on positive accounts too? I mean, it's identity theft, right? It's not supposed to be on your report. Why are we just going after the negative accounts? It's okay that those positive accounts are there, but not the negative ones. So that don't make sense either. But there's about 50 seconds left.
They got 4 business days to block and delete that information. Now, we're not going into 2026 with fucked up credit. So don't leave this post confused. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. I got you. If you need step-by-step instructions on how to fill out these reports, I got you. Go ahead and join our community. I give you screenshots. We go live every week. If you have any questions, that's the only place where you could DM me directly. But not only do I show you how to fix your credit, I show you how to leverage that credit and go get that big bag, because we're not being broke in 2026 either. So save this.
So she's going to teach you how to commit fraud on banks and then how to get more money to commit more fraud on more banks. So tell me how that's helping absolutely anybody.
Video for later, because you're going to need it. Comment if you have any questions about anything that I said. Share this to somebody who needs to fix their credit like yesterday. But most importantly, meet me in the community where we getting that big bag. I'll meet you there, cousin.
So yeah, this is the stuff that most consumers fall for. All they see is how to fix your credit before the new year and the legal 4-day sweep. Let me tell you, there's no such thing as a legal credit sweep. Promise you. Don't take my word for it. Reach out to an attorney and ask them. You just gave me another investigation. Thank you, sir. Yes, you're very welcome. So, what some of these scammers like this lady here are doing is they're teaching you how to do it, thinking that okay, so if I'm teaching them how to do it and they're doing it themselves, I'm not doing anything wrong. You're literally teaching somebody how to commit fraud and telling them that it's legal at the same time. And yes, she openly admitted to a felony. Absolutely. And listen, Apache Breed, there is thousands and thousands of these scammers on TikTok and on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. And it's sad because people fall for this because they're desperate. So just think about somebody who realizes they have 2 weeks to get out of their house and get into a new home. They have bad credit. Um, and then they see this video and they learn how to commit fraud and don't even realize they're committing fraud. And now they're in trouble. Well, what are they going to do now? I emailed Equifax. I'm waiting my reports. Lending looks all right. I got you. So yes, back to the title of the video. Can the credit bureaus flag you or blacklist you for using AI credit repair? And they absolutely cannot blacklist you for using anything. No one is held accountable these days. Well, there's a lot of these people are actually currently being investigated and they have absolutely no idea. An Apache Breed is one of the people that will be investigating some of these people. So, or at least assisting in that process. So, again, I'm not just here to offer my credit repair services. I'm also here to expose scammers and expose bad information about credit repair, because the last thing you want is to spend thousands of dollars and still have bad credit, or in some cases, have worse credit than you had before you paid one of these scammers thousands of dollars. If y'all do have any questions, leave them in the live chat. I'll be on for maybe another minute, and then I'm going to hop off of here and finish up my work because I have a lot more work to do tomorrow, and I have a basketball game to get ready for tomorrow night. So I'm getting most of my work done today. And also, if you do want to set up a free 15-minute call with me, that link is in the top of the live chat. In fact, I will put it in the live chat again. Free 15-minute call. We're not going to charge anything. We're not going to do a consultation. We're not going to go over your credit report, but you are able to ask me any questions that you might have about credit repair or our credit repair services. And I will try to go live this week, but it's going to be pretty hard to. So I apologize about that now, just in case I'm not able to go live. All right. Well, it doesn't look like anybody has any questions, so I am going to hop off of here. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here and asking questions. I hope everybody has a great Sunday, and I will see y'all on the next live.